Hey nursing friends, it's Kendall. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do an off-the-cuff what is in my backpack as a labor and delivery nurse. I'm going to show you everything as if I'm literally going to work. Haven't even looked through it, so if it's unorganized, I apologize in advance. All the links will be posted down below. Feel free to comment and let me know any content you guys want. I know when I was a new labor and delivery nurse and a new postpartum nurse, I really struggled trying to find things and resources on YouTube. So I found out the hard way. So if I can be of any help to you, I'm here for you. I'm here for it. So let me know what videos you'd like to see, what questions you have, and I will do my best to start creating content to meet your guys' needs. I'm here for you. So the first thing I want to talk about is, of course, what holds it all, and that's my backpack. So I have this backpack all through nursing school. I absolutely love it. It's really nice because it opens super wide. Unlike most backpacks, you can fit a lot more stuff in there, surprisingly, but then when it zips, it's just like a normal backpack. It does have the ability to charge a phone. It has a USB port. I've never used a zipper compartment here and a zipper compartment in the back. The first thing I did pull out, though, is my badge reels. I love them. I get them off of Etsy. This one says, "Welcome to the world." And this one has like a cute rainbow. I love these because you can detach the face of the badge, buy new ones of these, and then keep this with the Velcro and just interchange them as you need to. Another awesome thing about this is this little circle is the size of an infant's belly. So when moms are breastfeeding and they're like, is my baby getting enough? And they're worried, his stomach is the size of this bead. It doesn't take many drops. You're good to go. So that's kind of a nice little feature. I also love on Etsy getting these cute RN badge buddies that you can have, and so it shows you more cute stuff instead of the basic RN that's kind of boring and blue, and just spices things up a little bit. Another thing I want to talk about that actually isn't in my backpack, but I grabbed it because I couldn't live without either of these two things, is my Hydro Jug and my Stanley. I know that they say nurses never get to drink enough water, but if you have a nice water bottle that you set at the nurse's station with you, you in fact can drink enough water. I like them both for different reasons. I've been a diehard Hydro Jug girl for years. I just jumped on the Stanley bandwagon and I am a huge fan. Some pros and cons that I find with both. So this is the Holly Gabrielle. She collaborated with Hydro Jug. She's another nurse here on YouTube. She made this, and I love this because this is 73 ounces. It's huge. I don't have the one with the straw. The only thing about these, though, is they don't keep ice super cold, which is actually kind of nice because sometimes in the middle of the night I get really cold and I have a blanket on, so sometimes I don't want ice water. But this is nice too. You can also put your pens or pencils in the side here and just take it all with you to work. So that's super nice. The Stanley, this is the 40 ouncer. This is in the color Driftwood. It is discontinued, but I found it on Amazon, so I will link it below. I am a huge fan of neutral colors, and so I've taken this with me now for like a week, and I've gotten so many compliments. Everyone that's seen it compliments it and buys it, so I will have that down in the link below for you guys. But it's 40 ounces and keeps things nice and cold, has a straw, so couldn't live without either of those two. Here's another thing. So these are Aroma Rings. So this one is from Young Living. I'm sure there's other brands. I just like them. I'll actually open one and show you guys. I have these because sometimes with bodily fluids, it can just get a scent that we don't care for necessarily. And so if that's the case, you just open up these. They're individually packaged. They look like a little septum ring. You can just set it right there in your nose like that. And then when you breathe in and out, you're going to be smelling this that's inside of your nose instead of the smell of what is in the room. So that's kind of nice. You can barely see it and I can smell it. This one is the Aroma Ease one, and it is through Young Living. So that is nice to just smell that instead of other things. Something else I have is my claw clip, of course, because sometimes if this is my stethoscope, I'll just clip this on here on my stethoscope, and then when I need it, I throw it up, but then when I want to put my hair back down, I just take it out and clip it back on my stethoscope. Speaking of stethoscope, I have this one. I got it off of Amazon, and like I said, everything will be linked down below. I love it because it's pink. Providers and other nurses are known for accidentally grabbing the wrong stethoscope or borrowing someone's and not knowing whose it was and not returning it. So with pink, it kind of stands out from the crowd. Plus it's got black features, so that's really nice too. I also have a charm on mine that says Kindle that I got off of Etsy with trees, as you can see with my tattoo on my arm and this. I'm a lover of trees. But another reason I particularly love this stethoscope is because it has mom side and baby side. So you just turn the stem either way to listen to mom, do her assessment, make sure she's okay, and then when baby's born and you're the baby nurse, this is for little infant chest. So that's super nice. It's a 2-in-1 stethoscope. It's also super lightweight and flimsy. I know I had one before that was just so stiff and hard, and this one's just lightweight and nice. So people borrow this constantly. So here is another thing I have. My best nursing friend bought this for me off of Etsy. It's another badge reel. It says Kindle. This one isn't interchangeable, but I on here have little scissors. This is nice to cut bands, and I actually use it a lot more than you would think to cut random things like lidocaine patches or things like that. They're just nice, and they're little and compact. This is a Sharpie. When we send the placenta down, we have to write on a tub, and there's a bunch of different things we need Sharpies for. So this is just a little Sharpie. I just have it clipped right here, and I just rip it off, sign, and click it back on. It's super nice. So those two things. This is something that my hospital uses. It's a duress call in case of an emergency. We hit that duress, and it brings our team in. I always have both of these on at all times. I have these little scissors in my backpack. These are to cut off the umbilicus tag, which we use as our security transducer to make sure that infants don't get stolen. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. And these are what we use to cut the clamp off for that. Headband, because of course, sometimes you just want to pull your hair back and you need to have a headband. So this with this are my go-to to put my hair up. I still carry N95s in my backpack because you never know. Hopefully we're getting away from this, but I just have these and I don't want to throw them away because there was a day when they were literal gold. This makes me laugh. Microwave popcorn from Costco because a girl gets hungry sometimes and I don't always have time to pack a lunch or run downstairs, and so this is just a nice quick grab and go snack. Sticky notes, because we can never have enough sticky notes in nursing. Are you with me? I have these highlighters. I love them. They're like more of a pastel. I use them mainly when I take notes or have my own paper I can use, like when I'm getting a report or my nurse brain or something like that. I do use the yellow for other things that I might need for work related purposes, but these other ones are mainly just for fun. Plus it's nice to color code. Gum, because when you're sitting there counting down from 10 to 0 and pushing with a patient or helping breastfeed and you're right up in their face, you want fresh breath. At least I do. Close bar. Always have one of these too, because like I said about the popcorn, you grab and go. Here's another thing. Got this on Amazon. I love this. I use this through nursing school for like my stethoscope and such. I use my stethoscope so frequently now that I don't ever have it in this. But in here, I just have all my extra supplies. I just have some extra scissors, clamps, more badge reels in case I need it for anything. I have a pull socks if that's ever needed and I can't find one, and just a bunch of pens. That's pretty much it. But I keep this in there just because it's nice to have instead of having all of this stuff just floating around in my backpack. Always, always, always have my Kindle. This is the unlimited white one. If you're interested, this is the paper white. Couldn't live without it. If I ever have downtime, which is not very often, but if I do, I like to have entertainment. This is a super cute cork case that I have on mine. I'm obsessed with this whole thing because I like the feeling of it actually being like a book. Ho-ho right there. Colleen Hoover, you know. Are you even a nurse if you don't read her? My stoggles. So these are just super nice. They're super cute. Basic nurse things, right? But they're protective. You just wear them close. And I mean, you can kind of see they're completely protected all sides. So if anything sprays in my face, I have protection on my eyeballs. So I have these in pink and clear. The gem of all gems, the Apple Watch. This is nice because when a baby is born, you know how fast their heart beats, and this is nice to just set the second timer and count instead of having to look up at the clock. I love the Apple Watch too, because if my husband texts me and it's an emergency, I can see it or ignore it depending on what is needed. More sticky notes. I have a ton of pens in here. They have their own compartment. If you know, as a nurse, your pens will get stolen. It's just part of the job. So in there, I have a whole section of just pens. So that's pretty much it in this main compartment. Now is for the fun stuff. Happy in Bold and Savory Chex Mix because I never finished it. Just more stuff for my hair, another claw clip, and a scrunchie. I have this rose ointment. It's from Young Living. I use this for my cuticles or my hands from all the breakdown of the sanitizer. This is like one of the best things I've ever used. It just moisturizes, it smells good, it's like earthy, so it's not too fragrant, and I just live for it. I always carry ammonia towelettes with me. I put these automatically in my pocket when I head to work because there's been times when I need them and don't have them, so I'd rather have them and not need them. If you feel me, you feel me. I am an essential oils lover. A lot of people bring diffusers with them to labor, and so I just have a few of my favorites in here in case they run out or want a diffuser and forgot their oil or what have you. I also swear by peppermint oil. You can use any brand you want. This is Young Living though. Peppermint oil is so good to drop in the toilet if they're having a hard time urinating after delivery, or if they're having a hard time urinating after the catheter has been pulled and we're struggling. A couple drops of peppermint in the toilet is a game changer. I have Digize. This is for me personally. This is what I use to help support my heartburn. There's peace and calming, which during labor and delivery, there could always be more peace and more calming. So I have this one, stress away. Oh, I also have Gentle Baby. That's another one. It smells like a baby, and it has really cool properties if an infant's crying and won't stop, even though we like crying in the first few hours of life, but this is mostly used on postpartum. If you just kind of like literally run it across the nose of an infant and they just get a whiff, they will stop crying instantaneously. Of course, eyelash brush, because you know, when you're bored at work, you just have all the time to brush your eyelashes. Another pen. This is chapstick I stole from work. Another clip, because sometimes I like to wear my hair half up, half down instead of all the way back, and so this one's just smaller. And this is another oil. I wear this as my perfume. This is Valor. It's a bravery oil for courage. So that is my backpack, you guys. It's empty other than some post-it notes and pens. I am so grateful if you stuck through all this. I know I was kind of all over the place. I'm not a professional YouTuber. This is one of my first videos, and so you sticking it out with me and being part of my new YouTube family means the world. So feel free to like and subscribe and interact with me on Instagram or TikTok. I'd love to get to know you, learn where you work, all the things. I'm rooting for you. Remember, take care of yourself. Nursing creates burnout. Let's not have that in this new wave of nurses going into the field. And any questions I can answer for you down below, any videos I can make, please comment and let me know. Just say hey, and I cannot wait to see you for my next video. You guys have a great day. Take care.